Wednesday night, how are we doing? Hi, Yuriko. Hi, Willem. Thanks for being here. The Alden, what's up, man? Thanks for being here. Hope y'all are doing well. Let me see if I can get TikTok in my view. Excuse me. I'm trying to stream to TikTok and YouTube at the same time. I want to make sure I can hear from both you guys. Hope everyone's doing well. We're going to get started momentarily. I do have an agenda for the evening. John the Cowboy, what's up, man? Gospel, Drake, it's good to have you guys here. Yeah, so we do have a little bit of an agenda. Intention. That volume switch needs to be cleaned out. It's all good though. Wonder Grande, welcome. Sorry, as I get acquainted with this new stream setup. What's up, man? Yeah, let's levitate tonight. Let's do it. I can feel it. Whoa. Sorry. Okay, I think we're locked in now. What's up, Ashley? It's good to see you here. Dylan, welcome as always. Yeah, tonight we have a little bit of an agenda. So my goal is to work on a cover of Time from Inception by Hans Zimmer. I know we've played this one a few times before. Tonight's the night we record it for real. So this can be a different stream. If you're familiar with my TikTok stream, if you're part of the gang that hangs out with me every Sunday, you know the usual routine. We do covers, we do originals, we kind of play through stuff, we do improv sessions. Tonight's going to be a little different. We're just going to focus on one song and one song only. And that is going to be Time by Hans Zimmer from the wonderful soundtrack of Inception. So, Wonder Grande, I'm so glad you are here. I'm glad the algorithm found you. Welcome to the stream. It's nice to have you here. Thank you for listening to The Risk of Dreaming. That's the kind of the first album I ever released. So if you're listening to that, then you're a real knower. Yeah. Thanks for being here. Yeah, this is definitely a special stream, a little different than usual. We're just going to get into it, okay? I'm kind of just checking to make sure everything is working correctly, because I am multi-streaming, and I want to make sure you guys are having the best experience you can. So, looking out for you. We're just going to get into it. If any sound or video issues come up, do let me know, but I'm probably going to disconnect a little bit. And the goal is here that you are going to see a little bit more of my recording process. I am going to be kind of putting together an arrangement of time from Hans Zimmer on the fly. And yeah, this was a very special request from a good friend. So we're going to just, see what happens. Hopefully y'all can see. Ooh, we can. Check this out. Check this out, cakes. We are leveling up. Look at this split screen right here. What do you think? We've got my Logic session above. It's so lit. On YouTube, we've got it over on the right. This is crazy. Wow, look at us. Look at us go. I'm going to do my best to keep up with you guys. But ultimately, my goal is to record this cover of Time. So, yeah, we're going to do it. Let's just dive in. So I'm trying to think about like a general structure at the moment. Like I'm not actually recording anything. But you know, I want to have like time to build up that main part on the low strings. And then go into the sort of bigger section, which is the from there I imagine that this turns into the like it could ramp up really dramatically and end with like big chords, big quiet chords, and we can play with the reverb, we can play with the atmosphere, and just kind of see where it goes. The future is crazy, yo. Thank you, Novelty. I do love this guitar. I've had this guitar for a long time. It means a lot. It's a very special, sentimental instrument. Okay, let's see if we can record and not crash my computer. What do you say? Figure out a tempo. It's probably around 120. That's what I'm going to guess. Let's start there. Let's go slower. Let's try 110. I think 110 works better. It's slower than the original, but we're trying to make this dramatic, so. Nicholas, thank you for joining the fan club on TikTok. Appreciate you. What did I just do? Sorry, I'm such like a noob at all this. Yeah. Okay, we're ready. Let's run it. Michaela, thank you for joining the fan club. Appreciate you as well. Let's just go back and double check that part. path. Okay, so what we just did was we just comped together a few different takes to create kind of like a general structure that I have in mind. We've got this beginning section that's a little quieter. We're going to go into a bigger section. And then we'll arrive at this very spacious, quiet section. That's the goal. So the question now becomes, how do we sort of like plus up this atmosphere and make it more immersive, more dramatic? Okay, so I don't know why you guys can't see this extra view. It's very unfortunate. I don't want to get too technical. I'm doing a reverb guitar into a delay that is panned 0 milliseconds to the left and 6 milliseconds to the right. It basically creates a double track effect. And again, this is only going to be helpful if you are wearing headphones. I'm in stereo audio right now, so I highly encourage you to go grab some headphones and you can hear exactly what I'm hearing. Also, sorry about my voice. It's very dry. We're using a delay to create a stereo doubling effect of this guitar with lots of reverb. Which one sounds really cool and it makes you feel very powerful while you're playing. Two, it just creates an efficiency where normally I would probably go back and play 2 takes of the same thing twice and pan them left and right. That's sort of the traditional way to do it. But for efficiency's sake, we are going to play 1 take using this doubling effect and just call it a day. Okay, so I recognize that maybe my timing was a little off on some of those. That's okay though. Yeah, it was that one right there. So I'm just going to grab that, scoot it into place just a little bit, not a lot. Boom, boom, we're in business. Yeah, that one too was just a little off. It's okay. Pray, thank you for the gifts. Appreciate the Go Popular. Yeah, thank you to everybody that's liking and sharing the stream right now. That's super helpful. Gets us out into the algorithm for, other people to find it. So thank you so much. what this is missing right now is some sort of like a central drone. I recorded one earlier, and I kind of want to see if I can drop that in and make it work just for efficiency. And if anyone's curious, we can talk about how I recorded this. I'm open to it. I don't want to be gatekeeping any of this. So, Cakes, thank you so much for the Go Popular. I appreciate you. Also, to I can't pronounce your name, but on YouTube you say that I'm not using a click. I am not outputting my click to you because I figured it would be annoying. I have a click in my ears when I'm recording. You just can't hear it. So that's all. I do think it's nice to have a click in ambient music. Sometimes no. It depends. It totally depends. Regardless, let's get back to this drone. Check this out. I mean, that's pretty nice, right? We're going to throw through some reverb just to space it out a little bit. And just to cover all the bases, if you were going to do something like that, what I would want to do is take a guitar, turn the reverb to 100% wet so no dry signal was coming through, and just kind of like flutter with your right hand on it. But that's basically how you can create those textures. I think we need to pitch it down one step. I think so, right? And blend that in. Sorry, I'm kind of zooming around a little bit, but I just wanted to stamp out that drone piece. I'm gonna color this so you guys can better see it. So this like turquoise color is our drone, yeah, and then I think that's gonna run like the full length into the chorus, but then stop at that like finale section. We can put a little fade on it. Just, something simple. Okay, yeah. Something like that. Master Jedi Robert, thank you so much for joining the fan club. Appreciate the gifts as well. Yeah, no, it's all good. I highly recommend using a click, especially when things are going to be tempo based. It entirely depends on the piece. I've done songs that have no uh, no tempo at all. It's a different work environment for sure. You should have to be willing to let go of a lot of control, and sometimes that's good for you. This is not one of those times. This is not one of those times. Yeah. Yo, Just Baby Cakes with the 20. Thank you for your music. It has helped me through some really difficult days. Always be careful for the comfort. Cakes, thank you so much. You've been a regular on the TikTok stream for such a long time. I always appreciate seeing you come up and chat and just being part of the community. You're one of us for sure. So thank you so much. I appreciate the support. Everybody shout out to Cakes right now. The donations go a long way to helping me do what I do. So yeah, I really do appreciate that. Yeah, let's go, Cakes. Okay, let's just like run what we have currently, and then we will talk about how to push it further. Okay, so if you know the original, there's excuse me, there is a additional line that is kind of just like I don't know what you call that. It's not necessarily like an ostinato. It's not a drone, but it's just this sort of like very simple melodic lead that sits in the background. I'm going to see if I can do like a palm muted version of that and just sort of blend it in to the into the mix. Slick Nick with the Sakura style DJ. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. All right, let's see how this works out. So I'm not opposed to the idea. It's a little intrusive at the moment, so I probably want to turn down the reverb on this instance, and maybe it's meant to be more of a percussive and background effect. So that's at least how I'm thinking about it. I'm going to turn that down just a little bit, run that track back. So I kind of like that for a few reasons. It adds a pulse. It creates a sense of movement. I'm curious to see what happens when we run it an octave down. Amensky, thank you for the money gun. Thank you for the rose hand. Thank you for supporting the stream. I genuinely appreciate you. You're awesome. Let's just do another take. Another octave down because it's kind of colliding with the lead. We want it to remain percussive, but not distracting from the lead. So I'm just walking you guys through my process. Do you guys feel how that like kept all the intention of the original take that I did that was higher up? The pulse, the sort of like movement of it, but it just was more set back in the mix, all because I just moved it down one octave. Like that changed everything. And now we can play with maybe like a stereo delay. Get kind of I don't know what the word is. Just make it more interesting. I wish you guys could see the extra windows. Let me see. I don't know why. I want you guys to be able to see this. Wait. Sorry, we're going to slow down stream for just 1 second so I can try to add a window. Sorry, y'all. I wish I was better at streaming sometimes. And by sometimes, I mean all the time. We're almost there. No, that's not it. Sorry, guys. I guess I can't show the plugin window. I tried so hard, and yet so far. Thanks, Aminsky. I appreciate you sticking with me. Yo, Slick Dick, shout out for the Viking hammer. I don't think I've ever received that gift on TikTok, so that's really cool. Thank you so much. Let's just keep going. I don't want to delay this any further. I'm using a stereo delay. Basically, we're going to take that signal that we just created and shoot it left and right and just see if we can create kind of like an interesting rhythmic pulse. Listen to it isolated. Yeah, I think something like that is pretty nice. Are we feeling it? Are we feeling it? Slick Nick with the hanging lights. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. All the gifts, all the subs and everything goes a long way to supporting what I love to do, which is being here with you guys. Don't forget to save your work. Lesson number 1. We're going to save this right now. Before we go any further, before this, you never know when something's just going to crash out on you guys. So, okay, we've got it saved. We're so locked in now. We've made a file on the hard drive. What else are we feeling? Personally, I'm feeling harmonics. That's kind of a signature thing for me. So I think it could be as simple as accenting the first note of each chord and just really letting that play out. So like, funny enough, when I'm working on work, sorry, when you're working, you're listening to my work. That's so awesome, man. I'm glad I could be there for some inspiration. And I'm so glad you could be a part of this stream. This is a very one-off sort of experience. I don't typically use stream time to record stuff. Genuinely, this is the first stream I've done where we've actually like recorded something on the spot. So I'm glad you tuned into this stream because this pertains to you as a fellow artist. Okay, let's record some harmonics real quick. I think this is gonna be nice. Where'd that go? Oh no. We're good. Okay, so my goal here is to accent the first note of each chord, as you heard. Looks like we got one little problem area. Let's just record that one more time. Minsky, thank you so much for the 5 music clouds. HB with the rose, thank you guys so much. You may be wondering, yeah, Zach Jeffers, we are doing Inception. You are exactly right. Thank you so much. You may have noticed that I played each of those harmonic lines a little differently. The goal was to capture 2, we were going for a 2-for-1 take. What I mean by that is the second half, I want to harmonize with the first half. So let's find that. So I'm literally just going to split this take in 2, and I'm going to duplicate the first one, drag it over here. Yo, check this out. Let's see if I got it right. Timing's wrong. Yep. That's the wrong note. One more. And so I'm just recording these additional takes into a track stack so I can go through and just kind of like make minor adjustments. You know, the goal here is to work fast because we're trying to get the idea out before the idea leaves us. for the moment, that is close enough for me. On that first track, let's add some delay. Let's make it more dramatic. I'm thinking like a kind of analog half note delay, something like a. We can make that more dramatic for sure, but adding the delay I think helps quite a bit. Right, so the goal here is to move quickly, because again, we're in a writing process. We are trying to get ideas out fast and not necessarily perfectly. So we are taking the take that we got and we are rolling with it. We can always go back and refine, but for now, I don't want to be distracted by minor inconveniences like timing or anything like that. I think we're at a point where we could consider throwing that into some reverb. Let's try this one that I kind of have preloaded up. It's the Valhalla Supermassive. It's a classic. Classic big reverb. I'm enjoying that very much. Do I prefer Chance Thrash is asking, do I prefer instant reverb over sends? It just depends on, I guess, the level of automation you want to have. You can accomplish the same thing with both, Sometimes it's nice to have a reverb on an additional channel just because you have more control. You literally have an additional lane set aside for that reverb. So right now, my main guitar, which I have highlighted up here, let's make that a bright blue just so you guys can like see it clearly. This bright blue track is my main guitar, and I do have reverb on it. I have a lot of reverb, in fact. However, we are going to send that to an additional reverb, which is down here, this one labeled Butterfly, and that's going to act as more of like a reverb bed. My intention is for it to sit under the mix instead of like adding blur to the lead line. It's going to add space to the sound that the guitar is living in. I hope that makes sense. So here's the difference. Let's just hear this come in. It's slow, but you got to give it a moment. When you hear the difference without it, especially in this next section, let's pay some attention to this next little passage, because I think what we want to do is kind of full send the reverb. I'm going to do some automation on this track. We are going to turn off the delay entirely, which is delay wet level. We're going to turn that off. We are going to take the reverb and we're just going to bump that up pretty solid. Right, so the difference is subtle, but like you can tell that it's adding space and sort of like shimmer to everything without distracting or like making the lead line blurry or hard to translate. That's the thing I see a lot of beginners struggle with reverb, is they add so much that it ends up just taking away from everything, when it should really be supporting the melody. So the takeaway here is to add it in doses. Consider adding some to your insert track to your main guitar, and then also consider adding another sort of additional bit to ascend. I hope that is vague enough for you to understand. Is anybody listening into headphones right now? Because I really want to add sub bass, but it wouldn't matter if no one was in headphones. Add reverse at the end. HB, you are so right. This is what I'm thinking. I'm going to take... Okay, so this is our harmonic guitar, right? And we have our harmonic 2. Let us take that first harmonic. Let's bounce that in place. Let's flatten that without the delay. We're going to bounce that region. Hey, thank you so much for joining the fan club. We are recording a cover of Hans Zimmer, Time, from the movie Inception. Okay, so I just printed this guitar, which is a DI. We now have this, which sounds like... I'm going to reverse that track. I'm going to scoot it up just before the transient. So you can see this transient right here, right? This part right there. That is the initial attack of the guitar. That's my finger hitting the string. We are going to shave that off, line it up roughly with the original. Let's fade that out. And then let's add another fade. Even though it's already fading pretty strongly, let's just add another fade for dramatic effect. There. And then let's throw it into another reverb. I'm going to use, I know you can't see this, but I'm using the New Neighbor Wet reverb. Let's hear what that sounds like by itself. Check this out. Okay, that's some magic, right? So let's consult our initial harmonic. Now let's hear it with the reverse throw, which is what I'm going to call it, a reverse throw. That blends right into it. This is like a perfect transition. Check this out. Magic. This is like the go-to way to get from one section to another. You can, so the goal is you really got to fade out that transient. You got to suppress that initial attack so it doesn't like collide too hard with the main version. So that's why this fade here is important. We can just pull it down a little bit. The reverb is going to help it blend in. It's going to cover a little bit more space out here. Okay, let's hear it in context. Here we go. Was I right? Was I right or was I right? It's magic. I highly, highly recommend stealing this trick. I mean, you could do this for every sort of like transition moment in a track, and it wouldn't get old. In fact, I think I'm just going to copy this exact little piece over to our next section. right into the chorus. Sorry, I should let that run out. It's such a small difference. It makes everything, though. It's like the tiniest little production effect, but it does so much. Yo, Jay Dunsmore with the 5 on YouTube. Thank you so much. You ended up getting the Eva Young Mixwave plugin. Dude, I'm so excited to hear that. I was very honored to include a handful of presets for that plugin. So I hope you enjoy those sounds. I hope it sparks some creativity for you. Yeah, thanks for picking that up, and thank you for the 5. It goes a long way. Everyone, shout out Jay Dunsmore on YouTube. Much love. So Cakes said she's listening in headphones, so I really want to add this bass line, because if you're in headphones, it's going to make a difference. If you're not, it won't matter, but I promise this is going to be worth it. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see if I can play with this little MIDI keyboard. Here we go. I recorded these a little high just so I could hear them myself. Can you all hear that? If you can hear that, you're in headphones. There's no way you're hearing that out of your iPhone right now. Oh, it's so lit. And you know what would be fun, just for the sake of the sort of pulse of this? Let's hit it with a... Okay, you're going to think I'm crazy. Gosh, I wish I could see these plugin windows that I'm loading up. I'm loading up a tremolo, which is normally going to shoot it left and right. I'm going to set the phase to 0 degrees, so it's only like a volume. Let's see if you can hear this. It's very subtle. I understand if you don't hear it completely. The key here is we're also going to add some overdrive. And I'm going to figure this out for later streams, because it's important that you guys can see these other mix windows of plugins that I'm loading up. I'm using the little radiator from Sound Toys to add what I would call like soft harmonics to the mix. Yo, Parker Volpe with the 20. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate you. Next round of strings on me. Yo, I'm going to hold you to that, man. Thank you so much, bro. Everybody shout out Parker. He's a longtime homie of mine. Popped into the YouTube chat, supporting the stream. Yeah, this is a rumble for sure. man, I wish I could show you guys these additional windows. It would make such a difference in this like educational stream. Basically what you have is a sine wave bass, which is just like a big hump, I guess. Adding harmonics, adding like light distortion creates additional layers of harmonics, which means you can hear it better. So this is for the people in the headphones. Hopefully you can hear it. If not, sorry, I realized the stream kind of glitched out there for a minute. We're back. Are we back? Uh-oh. Are we still live? Are we stuck? Sorry, I realized the stream kind of glitched out there for a minute. We're back. Are we back? Are we alive? Oh no. Uh-oh. Did the bass kill the stream? Is that what just happened? Oh no. So that's probably on me. That's my bad. Cakes, are we still here? Parker, are we still here? Still alive? We're still alive? We're good? Okay. That's good to know. No, I think, y'all, I think the bass just killed the internet. I think that's what happened. We just we blew out for a second. I'm gonna lower the buffer size on my stream just a little bit, and hopefully that resolves this. But we're working through it, y'all. I'm trying my best. I really am. What do you guys think of the sound so far? Does this help like give you guys a sense of how I layer things, how I sort of like build up an idea? Let me know if this is interesting. Sorry, now I'm like diving into like settings panels. This really threw off my groove. It's telling me to lower my encoder settings. Who knows what that means? If Austin, Texas goes into a blackout, we'll cover for you. I mean, low key, we are in the middle of like a flash flood warning, so it's entirely possible that we have some technical difficulties outside of my control. Have you ever told what inspired the song Gifts to Your Future Self? Just curious. Yeah, let's talk about it. Um, so, the way I like to describe it, a lot of people will set out to, have a specific intention with the songs they write or a certain vision in mind. With Gifts to Your Future Self, it was kind of an odd one because I didn't set out to write that song. I just sort of like happened to sit down in this chair where you're looking at me right now on the right day at the right time and pick up the guitar and just play it. And it just sort of came out of me. Some ideas you have a vision for and you sort of problem solve it, and some ideas are just like they just flow through you like a river. And that was one of those instances where yeah, it was kind of right place, right time. I don't really know how else to say it. The beauty of that song is it's so simple. It's just like 5 chords and a few harmonics, and it's the growth and the distance between the notes that you feel the most. But any sort of like any sort of decision making I could say about the song, any sort of here's why I made it or here's how I wrote it, it would all be post rationalized, and that just means like I'm only creating meaning after the fact. I wrote it intuitively in the moment and applied meaning to that song afterwards. And that's not to take away anything from it. That's just sort of the way some songs come out. So I hope that's a good explanation. I hope that makes sense. I'm happy to talk about it more, but yeah, it does seem like we're having a little bit of stream trouble. I'm assuming that my computer is just not cool enough to run all this stuff. We've got a stream going to TikTok and YouTube at the same time, and we're recording low latency guitar in Logic. It's kind of insane what we're doing right now. Streamlabs says drink some water, so everybody go drink some water right now. Maybe what we do, we have been streaming for a little while. Maybe we listen to what we have so far and call it a night, and we can revisit this on another day. What do you guys say? Thank you guys so much for all the support this stream too. Y'all have been really awesome. Y'all have been really kind to me. This has definitely been a different stream than my usual. So I'm really glad that this is interesting content for you guys. So let's give it a little playthrough. Let's see what we got so far. And then we'll call it a night. We'll come back to this. Just to like cover what we've talked about, we recorded a main guitar here, this first top blue track. That's our main, that's what you're listening to. We recorded some guitar chords underneath it. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. We have some guitar chords underneath it that are panned left and right, so it kind of like occupies more space, kind of hugs your brain. We have a drone that's pretty cool, in this turquoise color. And then we added some harmonics. We added harmonies to the harmonics, as well as this like reverse throw thing, which came out really cool. And then we threw some bass underneath it just for like a cinematic effect. So let's just enjoy what we have now. Oh, and let's not forget this reverb that comes in right about the midway point and then just like ramps up into the outro. Cannot forget about that. Yeah, thank you, Noonan. Thank you, Slick Nick, for all the gifts. Thank you, Cakes. Shout out to Parker as well, the homie. While this is loading, I will be streaming on TikTok on Sunday. Potentially YouTube. We'll see how it goes. It looks like the YouTube stream is a little glitchy, so maybe we just have to do dedicated streams for YouTube and TikTok. That's just going to be the way it goes. If not, I will be on TikTok on Sunday. You can register for the event so you don't miss notifications. That's all I got. Check this out. That's all we got time for tonight. This has been an awesome stream. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and enjoying this with me. Like I said, I'll be back again on Sunday on TikTok, doing the thing, running covers, running originals, taking requests. It's always a good time. I highly recommend you popping by if you're not a regular of the stream. So shout out to HB for the rose. Thank you so much for the little gift. Until next time, take care. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Noonan. Thank you, Parker. Thank you, Cakes, for the gifts. Thank you, Jay Dunsmore, as well. Subscribe if you're not already. Follow along if you're not already. I hope to see you guys again soon. We'll be around. Thanks for the support. Have a good night.